For this question, we are going to find an equation of a line that has these 2 points, -3, 1 and 7, 3. And this is what we do whenever we are trying to find an equation of a line. So as we can see, the first thing that we need is the slope, and then the second thing that we need is the point. And then we're plugging both the slope and the point into the point-slope form of the line. Y minus y1 is equal to m times parentheses x minus x1. At the end, we will isolate the y to get in the form of y is equal to mx plus b, and this is the slope-intercept form. So let's get to work by finding a slope first. But we are given 2 points, so to find a slope, let's use a slope formula. And you see this is the first point. Let me label this as x1, y1, and then let me label this as x2, y2. And this is the formula that we have to remember, and it's equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So all we need to do is just plugging all these numbers accordingly into this formula. As we can see, y2 is 3, so plugging 3, and the formula says I'm going to subtract the value of y1. y1 is equal to this 1 right here, so we have 3 minus 1, and then we divide it by x2. x2 is 7, so let me put down 7 right here, and then we are going to subtract the value of x1, and x1 is -3, so we have a subtracting -3 like this. And let's put this into a parentheses. So this is the setup, and now on the top we can work this out. 3 minus 1, we know that's 2, over on the bottom, do this carefully, we have 7 minus -3. In another word, this is like 7 plus 3. So the answer to that will be 10. Well, 2 over 10, we can reduce that to 1 over 5. And this is the slope that we are going to use. Then I'm going to pick a point. As you can see, we are given 2 points, and it doesn't really matter which one that you want to use. But then, since I label this as x1, y1, and this is also the label x1, y1, let me keep the same label. Let me use this right here. Okay? So the point that we want to use is -3, 1. And you see this right here is the m value, the slope, 1/5. And then this is the x1, and then this is the y1. Now we are going to plug into this equation right here. So we are going to plug in y minus y1. y1 is this one. And that's equal to the m value, which is the slope, 1 over 5, times the parentheses. And then we have the x minus x1, which is -3. So we have minus -3 like that. So what we need to do next is just need to isolate the y from this equation so that we can get into the y is equal to mx plus b form, the slope-intercept form. So to do that, as we can see, we have this parentheses, and then we have the 1/5 in front. So let's distribute the 1/5 into the parentheses, and let's see what we have. Here we have y minus 1, and that's equal to 1/5 times x. That's just 1/5 x. But then here we have minus minus, so technically that will give us a plus. And then 1/5 times 3, that will give us 3 over 5. So this is what we have, and then one more step will be done. Y minus 1, right? So I'm going to add 1 on both sides. This way, this minus 1 and positive 1 will cancel, and then we will have the y by itself, and this is equal to 1/5 x plus, and let me just show you guys this real quick on the side. We need to work out 3/5 plus 1. And the plus 1 is like 5 over 5, right? We need to get the common denominator when we're trying to add the fractions. And in here, we see that we can just add the top together. 3 plus 5 is 8 over the same denominator, which is the 5. So that's exactly what we have. But 3 over 5 plus 1, that's 8 over 5. And this right here is the answer. This is the equation of the line that contains these 2 points in the slope-intercept form. That's it.